My sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan. Now you call me a citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is here and I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open. 'Cause when you call my name,
Good morning, everybody. It's so nice to be with you. It is sunny out. Hopefully, it's going to be nice. I spent a lot of time in the yard yesterday working on mulch and all kinds of other stuff. Yards can be a blast, right? Today's verses are from 2 Corinthians chapter 8. And Paul is sending out Titus to do some work, and we're gonna talk about that. But first, let's see who's with us. How's that sound? I just have a few comments here. Me and then Ken Gooch is here. He says, "Good morning, fellow brothers in arms." Pastor Tom says, "Good morning, Elder Steve and Remen." Chris Connolly says, "Good morning," and Bert Reggiani says, "Good morning, gentlemen." And I think he means everybody, though, even though it's so specific. All right. So, where do we go? We pull up the verse. What do you say? We pull up the verse. That makes sense, right? Oh, look at that. It's right there. Okay. All right. Paul starts out this chapter. "But thanks be to God who put into the heart of Titus the same earnest care that I have for you." I love how, that little bit there. He isn't thanking Titus. I'm sure he thanked him privately, but in his writing, he's thanking God for giving him Titus, which is kind of cool. I love that he compares his love for Corinth with Titus's. They're the same. He shares that with. They share the same passion for the city, and so he not only accepted our appeal, but being himself very earnest, he is going to you of his own accord. So he's doing this voluntarily. He's not being told to do it. I can picture that. I want to go. I want to be the guy. I want to do this. There's a lot of energy, I would think. With him, we are sending the brother who is famous among all the churches for his preaching of the gospel. That one there led to some curiosity, right, and some research, and I'm like, well, why wouldn't he name him? Unless everybody knew what he meant by that in his letter, which could have been the case. Maybe there was one guy, maybe it was Luke, John Mark. It's hard to say. But why is he sending a second guy? Someone famous, someone trusted by the churches, and let them know that he's chosen, right? Paul wanted to protect Titus and whoever was going on this mission by sending along somebody trustworthy and loved. In verse 21, no, wait, I think I might go too far. Yeah, in verse 19. Oops, my scroller not working. "And not only that, but he has been appointed by the churches to travel with us as we carry out this act of grace that is being ministered by us for the glory of the Lord himself, and will show our goodwill." Oh, I guess I messed up that sentence. We take this course so that no one should blame us about this generous gift that is being administered by us. Why is he doing this? Not only does Paul want the right thing, he wants to make sure everything appears legal and good. I think today we call it transparency, right? He's being very transparent with the people of Corinth. Maybe because he's worried, because he's gone through some stuff, right? He's gone through some conflict. What can we learn from these verses? That we should seek integrity, right? Before God, but also before others. Church finances, business practices, family relationships, personal relationships. We all should avoid situations where suspicions could arise, right? I heard a quote. I read a quote yesterday, and I applied to this verse, and I loved it, and I thought it was something. Character is who you are when no one is looking, and integrity is living in such a way that everyone can see that there's nothing to hide. So here we have Paul dealing with Corinth with trusted advisors that the church is loved and trusted. And he wants everybody to know it. And I read this quote and I thought, wow, this really isn't scripture, but can be backed up by scripture, right? Can we look at this quote and say, yeah, it's cool. It's kind of like teach a man to fish and you'll feed him for a life, right? It's not in the Bible, but can it be backed up by scripture? And so I did a little quick research and I found, I think is evidence that this could be scriptural. And for Samuel 16:7, it says, for the Lord sees not what a man sees. He looks in, for the Lord sees not as a man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. And then in 1 Peter, it's written that he keep your conduct among the Gentiles honorable so that they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day of visitation. Those two verses there kind of talk about both sides, right? You want to be honorable to God, but you also want to be appear to have integrity among men. In Luke, Jesus said, one who is faithful in very little is also faithful in much. And one who is dishonest in very little will be dishonest in much. So Jesus talks about integrity. And in Proverbs, of course, the famous books by Solomon, whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his way crooked will be found out. So there is lots of references to integrity and only carry, and I think this is what Paul's making a very good point with this. He's talking about both integrity with God, but also appearing to be, to show integrity to humans. And there's a danger in doing just one or the other, right? If you only care about what people think, then it can lead to some hypocrisy and image issues. But saying God knows my heart and feeling that that's the only excuse you need, it can really cause problems with accountability. And then we go on from here. Okay, where are we? We take this course so that no one should blame us about the generous gift that has been administered by us. For we aim at what is honorable, not the Lord's sight, but also in sight of man. So that's what we're talking about here. And with them, we are sending our brother, whom we have often tested and found earnest in many matters. So he's sending another person. He's doubling down on the integrity, right? Okay, we've in many matters, but who is now more earnest than ever because of the great confidence in you. As for Titus, he is my partner and fellow worker for your benefit. And for our brothers, they are messengers of the churches of the glory of Christ. So give proof before the churches of your love and of our boasting about you to these men. He ends this chapter. I love how he does this. He ends this chapter with a bit of a challenge, right? He's been telling the others about how generous they are. Now he's asking them to show that. These verses teach that Christian generosity should be motivated by love, but carried out by trustworthy and honest people and administered with complete integrity so that the Christ is honored in everything. If everything is done, if you dot your T's, you cross your I's. I don't know why I said it that way, but that's maybe it sticks less. I don't know. Anyway, if you take care of business in the integrity side, you will give glory to Christ. Just like anything else in your life. If you walk with integrity, if your yeses are yeses and your no's are no's, at least the people can see that what you say is true. That's what I have for you today, gentlemen. I hope it was a blessing. It was kind of cool. that verse was a little different than normal. So have a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in you today. Hey, don't forget to join Connie for prayer. Peace.